Hey YouTube, it's Tammy with The Wait Is Over 41. Just checking in. I know I'm a few days behind, but I just wanted to give you guys an update, more of a life update than anything. I had said last time that I had some exciting stuff, and I do, and I will get to that in a few minutes. First of all, I had a great week at the scale. So last week I was up like zero point 0.2 at 170.2. And this past Tuesday when I weighed in, I was 167.7. So a 2.5 pound loss, which was awesome. Super, super excited about that. This week, I sort of have a feeling I will either gain or maintain. Not only the closer I get to goal do I find it harder, and sometimes when I get those bigger numbers, which 2.5 at this point is a bigger number, I tend to then not have as much of a weight loss the following week. Plus, this week has been a struggle. There are so many things that I have on my brain that I could talk about. I'm gonna have to kind of narrow it down, but one of them is the sabotage game, and how the closer I get to my goal, I do find that is just hard, and I'm trying to work through why that is. Why am I getting to this point mentally where it's like, why can't I just plow through till the end? So still working on that, trying to figure out what the deal is with that. And I think what I'm coming up with, it's more trying to make specific plans for how I'm going to deal with social situations. So for instance, Wednesday night, my husband and youngest daughter were up in the Twin Cities house sitting. And so it was myself and my almost 14-year-old, she's going to be 14 at the end of the month, had sort of a girls' night. And we had pizza and donuts and ice cream. And it was delicious. And I loved it. And I loved, it being just the two of us and not thinking about it. But at the same time, the amount I ate was just totally unnecessary. So I think it's things like that where that old thinking comes back. And I tracked it all. I tracked every bit of it. But I think as I'm tracking it the next morning, I didn't track it that night. That's probably what I should have done, is like the first two pieces I ate, just track it right there. Maybe that's how I'll deal with it, is track it one piece at a time before I eat that piece. Maybe that's what I'll do. Ding! That's why it's good to talk. Stuff comes out. Before I forget, and I meant to mention this in my last video, and I did a separate little video, but for some reason I couldn't get them connected. This picture right here, this was about at one of my heaviest points. This is my youngest, Lucy. She's going to be 10 in May. This is my oldest, Ella. She's going to be 14 the end of the month. And my wonderful, supportive #1 fan husband, Jeff. Yeah, look at that picture. I have that hung in the kitchen, not on purpose, but it's a good spot to have it. It's a good spot to have it in the kitchen because I see that picture fairly often, and when I look at it right now up close and then look at myself now, that's like two different people, really. Okay, so we are almost 4 minutes into this video, and so I have some, like, I don't know if you'd say good news, bad news type stuff. First of all, I have decided that I'm not going to make YouTube videos anymore. And this is why my video is a couple days late here, because I've been processing this and trying to decide what to do. I am not technologically super savvy, as far as you can see. I mean, my whatever you call it, the screenshots that show up for videos are just whatever the computer randomly chose. Oh, I've been feeling like I need to put some more time into learning how to make my YouTube videos look a little more professional, to have, like a beginning clip with some music, and But the bottom line is some other things have come in that are going to take more of my time, which is the exciting stuff that I'm going to tell you about. But I wanted to say a huge, huge shout out to every one of you YouTubers that have continued and been consistent, because I know I have not been consistent. I know I haven't. There's been a desire there. There hasn't been the knowledge to make it happen the way I want to. And it's not that I haven't wanted to do that, but I've just had other things that have sort of taken over. And you guys, you that have been successful and consistent, have just, it's like sticking out, have just kept going with it. And I want to say a shout out to you, but also a huge thank you. Because while I will not be making YouTube videos anymore, I will be watching YouTube videos still. Because you guys are totally inspiring. And I know, as well as I'm sitting here, there's absolutely no way I would be where I'm at on Weight Watchers right now if it wasn't for you guys. And I mean that very sincerely, because I have kept up on your journeys. You guys are the ones that made me come back when I went off last fall, because I've seen you continuing, and the words you would say are just like, get back on, don't give up, even if you've had a rough time, keep going. And to see your progress and to see how you've done, it's just amazing. And so thank you, each and every one of you, for keeping on with it and staying consistent. You have done what I have not been able to do, and I am so grateful that you are doing that. It's just amazing. So I will definitely stay in contact with you guys via commenting on your videos. And that's not to say I wouldn't necessarily pop on and make a video once in a while, but it's just not going to be anything consistent. So I hope that makes sense, and I don't want to be of discouragement to anyone. I like I said, I appreciate all of you, and I know I owe a huge part of my journey to you. So thank you, and keep going. Keep going. All of you that are good at it, keep doing it, because you're a huge inspiration. So that being said, I am not giving up on my journey. I know that this last stretch is going to continue to be a job to keep getting through. But I am determined to not stop this time. I will not stop until I reach my goal. And it may take me longer than I think. It may take longer than I think to get through the first part of maintaining. I don't know. We'll see how things go week by week. But the exciting news is that a few weeks ago, I was talking to my coach, because I do Weight Watchers online with coaching. And I was talking to my coach, and she said to me, have you ever considered working for Weight Watchers? And I said, yes, I have. Because, and I've thought this in years past too, just didn't know how I would ever get there, didn't know how I would have the confidence to try something like that. But this time, having come to the place that I am, having done so much of the head work, and I've talked about this in some of my past videos, the journaling and the head work and accepting what my relationship with food is and working to change that relationship, and my running, which is completely empowering, because guys, I mean, I ran 11 miles last Monday. 11 miles, which is mind-blowing and wonderful and exciting and unbelievable and amazing and crazy all at the same time. I mean, all of those things all jumbled into one. Because seriously, I was the little girl that couldn't even run once around the track in school. And I did it the equivalent of 44 times on Monday at the age 42. So that's a whole nother like mind-blowing situation for me. That is empowering. That is confidence boosting. That is, well, if I can do that, what else can I do? So, to get to the point, I went ahead and applied online. I had 2 phone interviews. Just, what is today? Sunday. Just this past Friday, I went to a job fair and met the territory manager for our part of Minnesota. And she called me an hour and a half later and offered me a job. So I am about to embark on training to become a Weight Watchers leader. A Weight Watchers leader. Now, some of you are probably wondering, how does that work? Because I'm online. I have gone to meetings. I mean, I'm a Weight Watcher lifer in that my first time on Weight Watchers was when I was 13 years old. So almost 30 years I've been doing meetings and online and all kinds of things. But this is the kicker. This is the kicker, and this is like, shoot for the stars, guys. Go for what you want and see if it'll work out. I live in a town of about 4,000 people. It's kind of a rural, it's not like, 400 people rural, but I mean, it's 4,000 people rural, and we're a commuter town. So we tend to, people who live here, a lot of people either commute one direction or the other. There are no meetings in my little town of 4,000 people. There used to be meetings years ago, 2 different locations. I've been to meetings here in my town, but now there are meetings, 10 or 15 minutes this direction, 10 or 15 minutes this direction, and 10 or 15 minutes this direction, but none here in Le Sueur. They want to get a meeting going in my community. How much better could that be? To be able to work and inspire other people and encourage other people and inspire and motivate and encourage myself to keep going on my journey in my hometown, being able to help people in my own community and stay motivated in my own community and not have to commute and all that good stuff. So that's where I'm at. And that is going to be taking up my time. And I know I'm not going to come home and go, oh yeah, I got to make that video or whatever. So, and I don't mean to make it sound like I haven't enjoyed making videos. I have. It isn't that. I have very much enjoyed making videos. But this seems to be my niche. The face-to-face, one-on-one with people. So that's where it's at. I went from this to somebody seeing my value to say, hey, we'd like to use you to inspire other people. So again, mind blown. It's a big deal. It's super exciting. I'm thrilled beyond, I don't even have words for it. It's amazing. The other big thing that I have coming up is April 8th is my half marathon. So tomorrow I run 12 miles in training. Tomorrow is probably going to be my last big run before April 8th, which is 13.1 or a little over that for the marathon. So that's the deal. Please, if anybody has any questions about any of it, leave them down below. I'll answer them. I'll message you. I'll still keep in contact with some of you. Like I said, I might pop on once in a while to do a video, but this seems to be my path, and this seems to be what's taking me in the right direction. So thank you all for your support. Thank you all for messaging me and telling me to keep going, and I will continue to watch your journeys and support you guys through what you're doing. And everybody keep going. Keep going. There's no reason to give up. You hit a bump in the road, get back up and keep going. Get back up and keep going. And maybe I'll pop on here and make a quick video when I hit goal. That'd be a good reason to have a video. All right, you guys. Thank you all. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. And we'll see you soon. Or maybe we won't see you soon. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.